I'm a mother of a 2-year-old boy and have another one on the way. I've had quite the ordinary life, but it all went downhill when I started having trouble on a place called DeviantArt. DeviantArt is an art site that doubles as social media. You can show off your artistic talent and make new friends from around the world. I thought nothing could go wrong, until I met Brianna. She appeared harmless at first. She was friendly and honest, but there is always two sides to a coin, and some people fall in this category. I just never saw it coming, and that was my downfall. Brianna found my page through seeing some of my artwork, and slowly she started commenting and even having conversations with me. She seemed like a sweet girl, and we had a lot in common, so I saw no harm in talking to her, even letting her become one of my closest friends. As I got to know her more, her other side, her ugly side, started to kick in. One day while I was out shopping, I got a text message from a random number. The text said, "Hey there." I answered back with the usual, "Who is this?" It took a few minutes, but the number texted back saying, "It's me, Brianna." This freaked me out a bit because I never gave this girl my number, and I know my friends would never give her my number unless they asked me first. When I get home, I quickly get on my page and wrote her a note, asking her simple things like, "How did you get my number?" Brianna would write back a long and detailed note, basically saying that she found it online. She literally took hours on end to find my number and address. I thought that was a little creepy. She could have just asked, but I didn't see any real harm. If only I would have noticed the signs, then maybe I wouldn't have went through a living hell. Ever since that day, Brianna became obsessed with me. She would text me constantly and message me over and over. My inbox would be filled with nearly 67 messages from her, each message and text message saying, "Where are you? Are you on?" and "I miss you." I had to answer each one, or she would throw a fit saying that she would kill herself, or worse, blaming me for all of her pain. I didn't know what was going on anymore, so I tried to pull away from her, but that only made it worse. I left home for a few days, and my phone wasn't working, so I couldn't call, text, or even get online. When I got back, I had 70 messages and 10 voicemails, all from Brianna. My heart sank. My stomach felt sick as I listened to each voicemail asking where I was and when I would call her back. I finally reached the last voicemail, in which she stated that she was in love with me and obsessed with me. When returning online, I saw one artwork after another that were for me, and they were horrifying. The drawings made her look insane, each one showing exactly what she would do to me. One appeared to be her ripping off my skin and putting it on hers. She wanted to be so close to me that she would wear my skin. Another showed her taking my head off of my body and stitching it onto hers, with blood everywhere. I had to stop this twisted friendship, or what she thought was a delusion of a relationship. She even knew I was with my boyfriend Martin for the past 5 months or so I sent her a note to let her down easy, letting her know that I could not go on with our friendship. After a while, she messaged back saying it was okay. I thought there was nothing more to worry about, if only that were the case. The next day, I went to my page only to see it littered with hurtful messages from people I didn't even know, saying things like, "You should go die," "Get off the site, slut bitch," and "Do the world a favor and just die already." I had no idea what was going on, so I messaged my friends to see if they knew anything. After a while, one of them linked me to Brianna's page where I saw a long journal she made about me. She said that I broke her heart leaving her for a man that I only met a week ago, that I was a whore, I didn't even like my friends, and that I make fun of them behind their backs. She was spreading lies, and people believed everything she was saying. I tried everything I could to explain my side of things and why I had to end our friendship, but it got only worse, to the point that Brianna started to send me messages saying she would harm me, my son, and even my unborn child. As days went by, I would notice that Brianna was stalking my page. She would even have her friends stalk me, making sure I don't screw up or do something she doesn't like. I felt like I couldn't make friends anymore, or do anything that I loved to do without being ridiculed or called horrible names. Even my relationship with Martin was slowly starting to break. Brianna soon had a girl named Kate on the site picking on me and ruining what was left of the relationship I had with Martin. Kate was actually Martin's ex-girlfriend, and she was just as demented and crazy as Brianna. It was honestly a match made in hell. Kate found Brianna through seeing mine and Martin's icons on her journal. When she found out what was going on, she joined Brianna in making my life miserable. Kate would gather others to push me slowly off the site. They even got me banned from it. Martin would try to be there for me, but he started to detach himself, getting further and further away until he finally left. So now I'm alone with my son and a baby on the way, having to deal with these two vicious girls. They eventually found my email address and started sending me horrible pictures of dead women and children, saying I was next, my family included. I was so terrified. I even had to get a new laptop, account, email, everything, just to get as far away from them as I could. The last straw was drawn when one night I was at my mother's with my son, and upon arriving back home, he noticed something on the door. When he pointed it out to me, I thought it was just something left from the landlord, so I picked it up and let out a yelp in fear as I read it. The note said, "I found you, bitch." I thought, no, this couldn't have happened. How did she find me, or even get here in the first place? I realized Brianna was crazy enough to stalk me at my home. I didn't know what to do anymore. I decided to leave my house for a few days and stayed with my mother in hopes Brianna would just go away. After about a week, I headed back thinking that maybe she had given up. I was wrong. There was a pile of disturbing notes and pictures at my door. The messages were all the same, saying that she knew where I was and that I couldn't hide from her. But the pictures, oh God, the pictures. They were all drawings of me. But the one that really hit home, forcing me to break into tears and hold my son ever so close, was of my son and my unborn baby lying dead in my arms. I couldn't take it anymore. I called the police and showed them the drawings and the notes. I even showed them the text messages, emails, and the website. They were kind enough to stake out my home to see if she comes back. Eventually, they said it was probably for the best that I moved somewhere that she can't get me. I took their advice and moved. After a while, they called me and said that they found her at my old house and reported it. She was headed down to Florida to visit family, but decided to make a pit stop. They made her leave, as well as made sure she knew she wasn't allowed to go back. Now I am in my new home, away from her and everything that has happened. I never went back to DeviantArt, and never will. Don't end up like me. Don't trust anyone online. They may seem innocent, even look like they could be your friend, but they could turn on you in a second. I lost all trust in those around me, all because I made a bad choice. Be careful of the online world, or it may ruin you, like it did me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. If you would like a chance to have your story featured in an upcoming video, make sure you check the description for information on how to submit your story. So for those of you who watched last week's video, I said that I was going to choose a few more winners for some merchandise, and I've done so. So if you hear your name or see it on the screen, make sure you send me a message or email me so I can verify you are who you are. The person I've chosen for a free t-shirt off of Facebook is Ashley Kress. So make sure you send me a message because for some reason on Facebook I can't initiate a message. So send me one on Facebook for easier verification of who you are. Congratulations. The member of Urmaker Militia I've chosen off of Twitter for a mug is Rizzle's Fan Awards. Make sure you go check your messages or I'll be trying to send one to you. If you don't see one, just send a tweet to me and we'll organize a way to get your information. And the winner of a t-shirt from the YouTube comments section is Everett. Make sure you send me a message on YouTube, Everett, and I'll get all your information and get that ordered for you. I hope you all had a great weekend, and I'll catch you in the next video. And just remember, it's always scarier if it's true.